Welcome children to the second part of file pointer and random access in file handling. In the last video you learned as to what is a file pointer, what does it determine, what are the various ways in which you can access the contents of a file, that is sequential and random. In case of sequential, the elements of the file were accessed sequentially, but in case of random access, you need two functions, namely seek function and tell function to perform random access. Now, as you know that seek function is used to send the cursor to a particular position in the file, and tell function is used to determine the location of the file pointer at a particular piece of time. Now children, whenever you read and write data on a text file, there is a very important character called end of line character whenever we are talking about text files. So whenever you are reading or writing data on a text file, this character plays a very important role. You know that in the very beginning of this chapter, when difference between the text file and binary file was explained to you, one of the differences was a text file means each line in a text file terminates with an EOL character called end of line character, on the occurrence of which some internal translations take place. But there are no such end of line characters present in a binary file, and therefore no internal translation used to take place in binary file. Now what does this difference actually mean will be clear to you in this video. Okay, what kind of internal translations take place, what is meant by this will be clear here. So first of all children, you must know that this EOL character varies from one operating system to another. Means if you are working on Windows, the end of line character for a text file is different. But if you are working on Unix or Linux or Macintosh, their end of line characters are different. So first of all, we must know what is end of line character for different operating systems. In case of Macintosh, you can see the end of line character is carriage return, that is \r, whose purpose is to bring the cursor at the beginning of a line. Okay, so whenever you write a line of text in Macintosh operating system, means in a text file of Macintosh operating system, then end of line character will be by default \r. In case of Unix, Linux or its variations, this end of line character is \n, which is called line feed. Okay, or you can say it is a new line character. In case of Windows and MS-DOS, upon which we usually work, EOL character is a combination of \r and \n. So whenever you are writing a line of text on a text file of Windows operating system, whenever you press enter key, you know enter key enter key is meant as \n. So whenever you are writing \n on a file, it is internally interpreted as \r/n. So whenever you are writing \n, it means two characters, that is \r and \n are getting written. In case of other operating systems, it is null character. So as we usually work on Windows and the Linux operating system, so we must concentrate on those. Now children, because of this difference in the EOL character of different operating systems, the text file created on one operating system is not the same as the text file on the other operating system. Means if you want that a text file created on Windows you want to use that file on Linux operating system, it will be treated differently because end of line characters are different there. So in Windows, end of line character is \r/n, but in Unix or Linux it is \n only. So if you are writing \r there, so that \r will be interpreted in some other sense rather than the way it is interpreted in Windows. So that is why a text file created on one system is not treated the same on other operating system, because of which portability problem comes. Okay, but this problem doesn't come in case of binary files. Why? Because in case of binary files there are no such UL characters, so no such translations required. Therefore binary file made on one system can be easily used in the same way on the other operating system. That is why systems always prefer binary files to work with, because their content is already in machine language, and the problem of this UL character is also not there. Okay, so what impact does this combination of \r and \n brings in case of reading and writing data on a text file will be discussed in this video. So here is a file which is created on Windows operating system, and in this program you can see that I have created a file name.txt. Okay, name.txt, and opened it in write mode. So what will happen, the file will be if it is not existing, a new file by this name will be created, and if it is existing, then all its previous contents will be lost and it will be created as a new file. And therefore I will be finding my cursor at the beginning of the file. Okay, now when I write this content, you can see that there are two lines in this content, Ankit, then \n means next line, then Rajiv \n. Now when this file is opened in write mode, see where the cursor will be present, it will be present at 0th byte of the file, and from here the writing will start to take place. And when all this content will be written, the cursor will finally reach at the last byte, and you can see where the cursor is. You know that whenever read and write operation takes place, the cursor advances by the number of bytes you write or read. Okay, so since these many bytes were written, so the cursor is now at 14th byte. Now see very carefully, you wrote only \n here. See, but when this data was written in the file, see here, when this data is written on the file after Ankit, it is not written only \n, it is written as \r/n. तो आपने तो इसमें \n लिखा था, लेकिन सिस्टम जब ये फाइल पे जाके लिख जाएगा तो वो \r/n के जैसे ट्रांसलेट हो जाएगा बिकॉज ऑफ विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. ठीक है, एंड इन द सेम वे यू कैन सी हेयर \n is written after Rajiv. So when \n was written after Rajiv, it is written as a combination of \r/n. So this is how your data gets stored. Now what happens? आपको याद होगा मैंने पिछले वीडियो में एक प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस की थी और उसका रीज़न आपको इस वीडियो में बताने के लिए बोला था, और आपसे कहा था कि फाइल में कंटेंट जितना है उसके कंपैरिजन में हमारे टेल की पोजीशन एक्स्ट्रा आ रही है ना. सो देयर वाज एक्चुअली 17 बाइट्स इन द फर्स्ट लाइन, रिफर टू द फर्स्ट वीडियो एंड आई सेड आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग इट हेयर. तो उसमें पहली लाइन में 17 बाइट्स थे, लेकिन आपको 19 रिजल्ट क्यों आ रहा था? हेयर इज़ द रीज़न. सी, आपने जब एक पूरी लाइन रीड की तो वो उसने यहाँ तक रीड किया, ठीक है, यहाँ तक उसने रीड किया. तो जब उसने यहाँ तक रीड किया तो आपको एक्चुअल कंटेंट तो सिर्फ इतना दिख रहा है, अंकित तक, टी तक. लेकिन कर्सर ने जब लाइन चेंज कैरेक्टर रीड किया तो उसने सिर्फ लाइन चेंज नहीं रीड किया, उसने \r भी रीड किया, \n भी रीड किया. इसलिए वो आपको पोजीशन 7 देता. जैसे कि वहाँ पे 17 थे तो 19 दिया, क्योंकि उसने 17th कैरेक्टर के बाद उसने 2 और कैरेक्टर रीड किए थे, \r \n. लेकिन याद रखिए कि ये जो \r और \n है ये सब इंटरनल रहता है. आपको आप इसको अलग अलग रीड नहीं कर पाएंगे। आप चाहें कि हम बैकस्लैश आर को अलग से रीड कर लें तो आप नहीं कर पाएंगे। ये रीड जब भी होगा एज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ही रीड होगा, लेकिन कर्सर विल एडवांस बाय 2 bytes. As soon as it reads backslash n, it will be read as backslash n only, but the cursor will advance twice, means 2 bytes. इसीलिए आपको आपके हिसाब से आपने जब एक लाइन रीड की तो आपके हिसाब से उसमें 5 के बाद होना चाहिए था कर्सर को, लेकिन टी के बाद एक बैकस्लैश एन है, लेकिन वो बैकस्लैश एन एक्चुअली में क्या है, बैकस्लैश आर बैकस्लैश एन है। तो वो जो उसकी वजह से आपका कर्सर अब 7 पे पोजिशन होगा। लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ एग्जाम्पल. नाउ सी हियर, I have taken the same file name.txt which was created in the last slide, and the same content is here. Okay. Now when this content was written, see how it is visible on the text file. Ankit, line change, Rajiv. But actually the content stored is this. So here you can see that after Ankit there was line change, but in actual content is backslash r backslash n. So if in this case you will read the characters, and if you happen to read this, then not just backslash n will be read, backslash r will also be read, and therefore the cursor will advance by 2 bytes. Okay, so what is visible to you? There are 5 bytes, 5 bytes हैं ANKIT, लेकिन उसके बाद जो लाइन चेंज कैरेक्टर है उसकी वजह से आपके 2 प्लेस से कर्सर एडवांस होगा, इसलिए आपका कर्सर नेक्स्ट टाइम पे 7 पे आ जाएगा. ठीक है. सो लेट अस सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द प्रोग्राम. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, file is open in the read mode. Okay, so if it is in the read mode, the cursor will be present in the 0 index, at the 0 index, because this is the default opening position of the file pointer in case of read mode. Then you said read 6 bytes, so what will be read? ANKIT, this is 5 byte, and C, this will be read as the 6 byte. तो रीड तो 6 बाइट्स हुए हैं, लेकिन कर्सर इतना रीड करने के बाद कहाँ वेट करेगा? यहाँ पे. इसीलिए जब आप ये f.tel करोगे, f.tel, तो आपको 7 प्रिंट हो रहा है. ठीक है. अब प्रिंट देखिए क्या हो रहा है. यहाँ पे जो मैंने रीड किया था उसको मैंने प्रिंट भी कराया, तो अंकित प्रिंट हुआ. फिर लाइन चेंज कैरेक्टर है ना ये, इसकी वजह से कर्सर नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आया. फिर प्रिंट भी तो लाइन चेंज करता है, इसलिए आप यहाँ आ गए, और फिर आपने f.tel प्रिंट किया तो वो 7 प्रिंट हो गया. मतलब अब आपका कर्सर 7 पे है. अब आपने लिखा f.read 4, सो 4 bytes will be read, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this much is read. Now the cursor will be at this position. Okay, and now if you will check f.tel, see 11 is getting printed, and what did you read? RAJE is printed. Okay. Now in this example, again name.txt file is opened and it is having the same content as earlier, and see it is opened in read mode again. ठीक है. रीड मोड में हमने फिर से इसको ओपन किया है, तो कर्सर हमारा कहाँ प्रेजेंट होगा? यहाँ पे. ठीक है. अब उसके बाद हमने लिखा f.read 5 रीड किया तो ANKIT, इतना रीड हो गया. कर्सर कहाँ वेट करेगा? अब यहाँ पे. ठीक. अब आपने लिखा f.tel, तो ये आपको देखिए क्या दे रहा है? 5. अंकित इज प्रिंटेड, देन 5 इज प्रिंटेड. अब देखिए क्या हो रहा है. अब आपने लिखा f.read 1, आपने 1 बाइट रीड करने को कहा, लेकिन ये जो बैकस्लैश आर बैकस्लैश एन है वो इसके लिए एक ही बाइट होती है. रीड करने में ये एक ही बाइट के जैसा रीड होगा. यू कांट रीड इट सेपरेटली. आप बैकस्लैश आर और बैकस्लैश एन को सेपरेटली रीड नहीं कर पाएंगे, ये इंटरनली होता है. इसलिए when you will read 1 byte this time, this entire content will be read and you will come at this place. ठीक है. तो अब देखिए जब हमने f.tel किया इसके बाद, तो देखिए क्या प्रिंट हो रहा है? 7 प्रिंट हो रहा है. और ये यहाँ पे लाइन चेंज किस वजह से है? देखिए 5 प्रिंट करने के बाद आपको मालूम है कि प्रिंट फंक्शन ये जो प्रिंट फंक्शन है इसने लाइन चेंज करवाई तो कर्सर यहाँ आया। फिर आपने जब रीड किया तो आपने रीड क्या किया था, बैकस्लैश एन रीड किया था। बैकस्लैश एन जब प्रिंट होगा तो कर्सर नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आएगा, ठीक। फिर बैकस्लैश एन को प्रिंट करने के बाद ये जो प्रिंट फंक्शन है ये भी लाइन चेंज कराएगा, तो आप यहाँ आ जाएंगे इस लाइन पे, और इसलिए जब एफ डॉट टेल करो तो 7 यहाँ प्रिंट हो रहा है, ठीक। उसके बाद आपने लिखा एफ डॉट रीड लाइन, कर्सर हमारा यहाँ था, ठीक। देखिए उसने पूरी एक लाइन रीड की, मतलब यहाँ से लेके पूरा कंटेंट यहाँ तक रीड कर लिया होगा, ठीक है। तो देखिए क्या हुआ, राजीव इज प्रिंटेड और बैकस्लैश आर बैकस्लैश एन की वजह से कर्सर नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आया, फिर प्रिंट की वजह से कर्सर नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आया। अब आपने लिखा एफ डॉट रीड नथिंग इज लेफ्ट टू बी रेड, इसलिए एफ डॉट टेल किया तो देखिए आपको क्या आ रहा है 15, मतलब यहाँ तक तो आप रीड कर चुके थे ना, अब यहाँ पे कौन सी इंडेक्स है 15 है, सो 15 इज प्रिंटेड। So now I hope you must have got the idea as to why there was an increase in the uh, byte number being printed as compared to the number of characters present. It is due to the EOL character which is present at the end of line and difference in the way it is read and written, means how it is internally translated. So with this I am finishing my lecture. In my next video I'll be discussing some output based questions to clarify this concept properly. I hope you must have understood whatever has been discussed in this video. If you have any confusion you can write it in the comment section. Thank you so much.